Hey, what's going on, everybody? Big Country here. Welcome back to Country Living. Today we got SMOK Tech's newest release, the G150 kit. Let me tell you something, guys. I really like this thing. I think this here is the replacement, and it's going to be the standard for the industry for the new perfect starter kit for anybody who's beginning vaping. I'll tell you why. I mean, I believe the AL85 was initially, but you know, I quickly outgrew the 85 watts. This thing goes to 150, but you can go down from 6 watts to 150 watts. Start small, work your way up. It comes with a big baby beast tank and whatever color you choose. You know, a matchy, of course. An internal 4,000 mile battery. I used this thing yesterday for like 12 hours out on the road, and I did over 250 pulls before I had to charge it. And that's 120 watts. 120 watts. Sometimes I even did a couple pulls at 150 watts to see if, you know, if it would really do it. And it does. But I'll tell you, I took this by my local shop yesterday. I was like, yo, y'all got to look into this. Get it. I told them what I paid retail for it, like 45 bucks. And I was like, dude, y'all need to get this. This is going to replace the AL85, in my opinion. But let's go down, look up close to it, and just, I think, you know what, the mini screen, or the material of the screen, not the actual display. The display is the same as any old smoke. But the display, there's a few changes made on this. There's been a few redesigns by SMOK Tech on this particular thing, but let's go down bottom and take the first look and look at it, and I'll talk about the changes that they have made on this little beauty right here. Alright guys, here we go. This is the G150 kit, the box that it comes in. I did choose the gold, and I've always said I like SMOK Tech for matching the box art with the color of the device inside, which I think is cool. And it's just the traditional SMOK Tech boxing information. On the back here it does say, now here's one thing I don't get. I don't get this, which I don't know why they would do this. Now, you get the baby Q2.4 coil installed in your big baby tank when you get it. But the extra coil is the M2.15. Now, the M2 is specifically made for a 3.7 direct volt output. You go above 40 watts, you're going to blow that thing up. And the problem is when that coil that doesn't tell anybody that the recommended wattage for that coil, because I mean I can see how, especially somebody who's new, they're not going to know about these coils or know to look at the screen for voltage or what have you. So I think the backup coil should be a standard freaking coil. So the M2 coil, the M2 coil is basically just designed for the pins. That's all that is. All right, so we open the box. Come on, get it open, damn it. Yeah, this right here is where the mod is, of course, but I've been using it. And you do have your smoke verification and warranty card. SMOK G150 kit user manual. Bag of goodies and O-rings, and here's that extra coil I was telling you about, the M2. USB cable and a vape band. Another vape band. Here's the spare glass. And of course, the big baby beast tank. And the main reason why I bought the kit as opposed to just a mod is because I don't have a gold big baby beast tank. I have a silver and a blue. And I don't have a black either, but I needed to add it to my collection. I need another color. So then we'll put this stuff back in the box. Now let's look at the baby here, the G150. Now look at it right here. It is a sort of a kidney bean shape. Right here, you got, this is the bottom. You got the battery vents here. The G150 on the bottom, designed by SMOK, along with some warning brands logos. And notice the fire button. They redesigned it. Instead of having the entire fire bar down the side, this is just one little button. I mean, it feels like it's a solid button. I mean, you don't really hear the click, click, clickety clicks like people like want to say clicky, but let me lock it. I don't know, I guess maybe you could hear a little bit of clickiness, but it's not like loud clicky like some people talk about. But the way it feels in the hand and the weight, and of course it's got the internal 4,000 mile battery, and I just took it off charge. It's been charging all night. Came home last night, went to bed. And this thing lasted pretty well, and it just feels durable. And the conical shape, the curve of the screen, it's not flat. And it feels to me like, I mean, it's some kind of acrylic or something. There are two little buttons here in the front. You're up and down, of course. I never actually went through the menu system, but I'm going to do that here. This is pretty much all of SMOK's menu. It's 1, 2, 3 to get in, and you can go into your mode. Long press it to engage that category. In temp mode, memory mode, or wattage mode. Long press again, and you can choose your strength, soft, normal, or hard. Long press again, and boom, you're set to wattage mode. 1, 2, 3 to get back in your menu. Puffs. Let's go into puffs. Long press to get in, and you can need to set your max puffs for a day. Like if you want to just do so many and be done with it, then you can do it there. And you can also reset it, but we're going to hit no, we're not going to reset it. 1, 2, 3 to get back in. You go to your settings. Screen time. I go in here, that's where you can turn your stealth mode on or off. I keep my stealth mode off, but I also have my screen time down to 15 seconds, which it helps for battery life. And long press to activate. 1, 2, 3. Let's go back into settings again, because the next option is screen lock. Long press to engage. Auto lock is on or off. I always have it off. 1, 2, 3, get back in. Go into the settings. Long press to get in. And now contrast. I always have it. I have it set down. It can be 100, which is by default. It gets brighter and brighter. But I always have it down to 10. To me, again, that's why I always set mine down to 10, just to help me save on battery life. And 1, 2, 3, back in the menu. Go back into settings again. After the contrast, you can adjust your ohms if for whatever reason you need to. But that's a lot of stuff to do with temp control and all that, and TCR settings, and I don't deal with that. Let's go back into settings. There's one more, I think. 1, 2, 3, and download. You can go in here and download firmware when it is available. But so you can hit yes or no. We're just going to no, and long press to engage. And then 1, 2, 3. Last but not least is power, on or off. So we just go ahead and turn it off. We're version 1.1.1 G50. Now that it's off, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll turn it back on. G150. And this is your first time seeing any of this SMOK screens, and that first number here, of course, 120 is a watt. I'm hitting it at hard. The W there stands for watts, and of course your battery life, battery meters to the right here. And then your voltage, your ohms, amps, of course your mode. PCB is your temperature of the board, and your puff counter. The bottom line here is your draw time. So, but I'm really, really, really liking this thing. I do believe. I mean, just look how it fits. See, I thought I was going to be kind of bummed because of the way. I mean, I like having my screen face me a lot of times. That way, I don't know why. I just kind of do. But I mean, it actually feels good this way. But the button's right here, and I don't like having to do that. So I actually found that I don't mind holding it this way, using my finger, and I put. And if I want to see the screen when I'm done, I just kind of gotta flip it like that, and And that's pretty much it, you know, so it's not that big of a deal. I was kind of knocking it initially, but this feels really, really good in the hand. And I got it for less than $45, man. The full kit. And if I don't think it feels cheap at all. And I actually believe they did something to their paint, because I haven't had any problem with my Alien paint or G350, and it just feels to me, I don't know, it just feels better. It just feels more well made, well constructed. I mean, it's solid. I mean, it just, I know it wasn't maybe a 2-inch drop, but it just feels solid. So let's go back up top and look at it. All right, guys, that was the SMOK G150. This thing is just amazing. I really, really like this thing. I really, really like this thing. I do believe this is going to beat the knockout the AL85. It's going to retire, and this is going to be the new starter kit for everybody. Because you can start low and work your way up and graduate. Simple as that. I mean, I believe that. I told my shop that when I went there yesterday. I was like, you need to get it. It's going to replace the Alien. Or maybe even the Alien, because I don't go with 150 watts above 150 normally. So this is good for me, and it feels great in the hand. I love it. I love this thing. This might be my Aliens on the shelf back here. Oh, well, who knows? But I like this thing. Nice and cute, and it's real, you know, pretty small and compact. People talk about having a grab and go device to go with them. This is it. It's just your grab and go and your all day vape. So anyway, I do thank you very much for watching. Let me know whether you got this thing or not, or if you plan on getting it, and your thoughts on this thing. I'll try to leave a link in the description somewhere so you can try to pick this up on your own for as cheap as I got it. And maybe even offer some discount codes. I'm not sure yet. But I do thank you very much for watching. And until next video, just keep on vaping and living, baby.